Welcome back to Yumper and Swole's 31 Days of Horror, presented to you by the Tainted Glove Network. Today we're going to be looking at the 1995 fantasy horror film, The Prophecy. The film stars Christopher Walken, Elias Koteas, Virginia Madsen, and Eric Stoltz. It's a movie that's kind of based off good versus evil. In this case, it's actually angels fighting each other in heaven, which I thought was a very interesting subplot to a movie. Now, the movie starts off with Thomas Daggett, who's played by Elias Koteas, who was in seminary, and when he went to go take his vows, he actually saw a vision of the war going on in heaven between the angels, and he couldn't accept it. So he eventually becomes a cop. As we progress through the movie, we find that Archangel Gabriel is actually against God in this instance, and he's played by Christopher Walken. And the reason being is angels have become very jealous with the fact that God gave humans souls and loved them above all. Well, this didn't set well with people who supported God, such as Simon, played by Eric Stoltz, and they basically had a war over humans and who gets to claim human souls. With the ongoing war happening, souls who are to be damned are not going to hell, and those evil souls are actually still left up to be claimed, which is what the movie is based around. There is a general who was in World War II who is a horrible person, and you'll see when you actually watch this movie how horrible he was in terms of war crimes that he committed. And due to this person's soul not being damned, the Archangel Gabriel wants to claim this soul that can maybe help him win the war against God's angels. This movie, I know, sounds a little out there, but it's actually very, very good. And Christopher Walken, who is known for playing characters that are kind of out there, does a great job playing the character of Archangel Gabriel, as well as Eric Stoltz playing Simon. But the person I think that steals the show and doesn't get enough credit for it is Viggo Mortensen, as his role as Lucifer. And to be honest, guys, I think this is probably one of the best portrayals of the devil that I have seen in film. Check this scene out.
Little Tommy Daggett, how I love listening to your sweet prayers every night. And then you jump in your bed, so afraid I was under there. And I was.
The Prophecy is one of those horror movies that really can't be contained into a box in terms of traditional horror movies. We've all seen the good versus evil aspect of things, but we've never really seen anything where angels are fighting each other. And this movie spawned a lot of sequels, which are not that great as the original. However, I do like the concept and original story of this movie. I love the acting in it. I do love the creepy visuals that are given in it. Those who play the angels play them very well, to the point where they look like they're human, but they have so many characteristics that show that they're not really human. Meaning they're very socially awkward, and the way they talk is kind of weird. It's very, very well played. It gives you a creepiness factor. And with the appearance of Viggo Mortensen as Lucifer, it's just a cherry on top of the sundae. It's a cool movie, guys. Check it out. Let me know what you think about this one. I really enjoyed it when I first watched it, and I still do to this day. Let me know what you think in the comments, or tweet at me at Lil Yumper. But with that, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And be sure to check out thetaintedglove.com, where you can find our podcast, Yumper and Swole, along with our mothership podcast, The Tainted Glove, along with more vlogs and the rest of 31 Days of Horror. With that, guys, take it easy, and we'll see you in the next one.